Hi everyone, we have the incredible stylist Ashleigh Stunna here with us. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell me a bit more about yourself, your career. You're a fashion stylist. How did it all start for you?
Okay, I wasn't always a fashion stylist. So before I started styling, I had my own brand.
Oh,
so
okay.
I had my own brand up until last year, and for me, it weren't my passion. It was always my first passion was to style people.
Right.
So when I was doing the brand with my business partner, I just felt like we had different visions anyway. And we kept bucking heads, and I wanted to go a left way, she wanted to go a right way. So it was just not working.
And what type of brand was it? Was it women's wear, men's
Yeah,
wear?
it was women's wear.
Right, okay.
So up until halfway through last year, let's say summertime, I was like, do you know what, let me start developing my clients and my styling with different kind of people and see how I go, see if I actually like it.
Yeah.
So that's what I started to do, and then I got my first client last year, July, officially. And then from there I've just been going with it. So yeah.
Oh my god, amazing. So you actually started last year, which is 2017. Amazing, incredible. And how's the journey been for you so far?
It's been overwhelming, I would say.
With joy?
With joy, yeah. It's been hectic, it's been busy, it's been very insightful. So obviously going from a self-employed person to a freelancer is quite different.
Yeah.
So I've had to literally do everything on my own just so I know how it goes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm sure there must have been some times where it was really challenging for you, but you just kept going.
Yeah, just kept going, literally just keep going. There's been so many challenges, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, that's amazing. So for somebody who left a brand because it wasn't working for whatever reason, and then you decided to be a fashion stylist, what advice can you give to somebody who's starting up, who might potentially be in a similar situation as you were, who wants to pursue a fashion styling career?
I'll say, okay, don't be afraid, because I was afraid for ages. I was thinking, how am I gonna leave? How am I gonna keep it? How am I gonna still be friends with my friend? Because it was my friend. So I was like, how am I actually gonna leave? But I'll tell anyone who wants to change direction, don't be scared. Just go for it, because my motto is the risk is proof. Yeah. So literally just take risk and go for it. And
essentially you kind of need to put yourself in an uncomfortable position to kind of progress and excel. That's incredible.
And then advice that I'll give to a fashion stylist is literally be you and come with something different to the table, because there's so many stylists. I wake up every day, there's more and more stylists just saying I'm a stylist.
So what made you different to others? So you're a designer, you're doing women's wear. Was there something you found in the market that was missing, that you thought, okay, I could be this stylist coming into the industry and actually I could give something completely different?
I think for me, being different is I like to mix 90s fashion with new school fashion. So I don't know if you see my styling, but most of my styling, I don't even take on clients that I don't think have the creativity that matches mine. Right. So I don't want to dumb down my creativity for anyone.
Love it.
So literally, if I've turned down so many people that people are like, why the hell would you turn them down? They're big, but they're not on creating. Yeah. So I'm not gonna dumb down what I want to do for anyone else. So I like to use vibrant colors. I like to use old school themes, proper retro with new school, but add a classical contemporary to it. So yeah.
And then how do you know in the process of a client? So for example, I was a client coming to you, okay, I'd love for you to style me. I've got an editorial shoot, I've got this coming up. At what point do you know whether I'm a client for you or not?
So I'll again check your profile. Firstly, I'm gonna ask you for your Instagram handle, what you do.
I'll make sure it
make sure it's a bit popping, that I can work with it. Yeah. And literally, also, what else do I check? I also check what is it exactly you want to do? What's the image you're going for?
So you can kind of gauge it.
Yeah, so I can gauge it through conversation. Right. Are you even engaged in fashion? Do you know what I mean? There's some people that just throw on head to toe designers, but it don't look good. It just looks, can I swear? It just looks So it's just like understanding your client really from the get-go before I even say yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And how do you pick the pieces for an individual client? So you must have so many different clients, so many different styles. Is there a particular process that you have put in place that actually you've got your new client, this is the process that I follow, how do you pick out the pieces, you know, what would you do first essentially in your process?
Okay, so my process is, firstly, with the client, I'll have to understand their whole vision. Right. So if we're doing a music video, I'll be like, okay, cool. I'll liaise with the director and their manager, whatever. What do we want to happen in the music video? What kind of looks do they want? Luckily for me, because I've built up my social media and my creative directions so good, most clients just let me take full reign on everything. So they're like, just whatever you think is best, just go for it. So literally, I just take the artist from 0 to 100 real quick. And then that's it. And then they normally let me just run with it. But I also like to ask them if there's anything specific they want or anything they want to portray through whatever styling.
So you would want to kind of make
still,
their vision
still incorporate them, but then still have my own spin on it, just to make magic. Like.
And what's that chemistry between like you and a client? So sometimes do you hit off straight away? Sometimes is your vision sometimes a bit too much for them, or is it right up their street? Or sometimes have you had to kind of like sway them into loving your vision, you know?
Yeah, sometimes, okay, I've had clients that just let me go with it, but sometimes I've had to sway or persuade or be like, do you know what? Every client I need to do a fit-in prior to going on set. So I always have a fit-in at least 3 days before. So if anything, if it's all going pear-shaped, I'm like, no, I can't wear that, or too much. Then I've got 3 days like to rectify it quickly. So normally, like I'll just go with them, do the fit-in. Some clients are a bit like, oh, I'm not too sure. Like I had this grime artist, he's like coming up, and he's like always in hoodies, tracksuits, whatever.
So you completely took him out of his comfort zone.
I was like, I told his management, I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like I don't style hoodies, like I don't style guys that are just on wearing crepes and trainers, like that's boring to me. If I really wanted to make my job easy, I could do that all day and make money. But I actually care about my job. So I was like luckily the manager that was this person's artist was my friend. So she was like, do you know what? I want you to actually take him outside of his box and try something new, but then still have him in his normal. So if anything, we can see a different side to him. So this particular artist, like I put him in some vintage, like oversized patchwork jacket, but it was sick, And he put it on now. He saw it, I took it out the thing, and he was like, I'm not wearing that, like I'm not wearing that from the end, like it don't work. And I was like, no, trust me, like with this, if you wear this and you pull this off, you're not just an artist, you'll be getting model deals as well. So thank me later.
Get them new contracts.
Yeah, exactly, get them coins. Like, so obviously he was like, alright, cool, let me try it on. So he tried it on now, he's like, what, this is hard, like this is nice. So obviously those pictures ain't out yet, but when they come out, I know everyone's gonna be like, raw, is that?
They won't expect it.
Yeah, they won't expect it at all.
So what has been your most memorable moment so far in your career? Apart from changing people's lives and like you know, getting them into this new person.
I have two actually. So my first one would be when I was literally starting out as a stylist. I knew how to style, like I know how to style, like I can style all day, but I didn't know the logistics about styling. How do I pull clothing, how do I do a fit-in, like how do I send my invoice, like how does it work, because I've never actually done it. So this first like moment was I had to style Shiesty. So they was like, oh yeah, Shiesty's coming back, she's rebranding, we want you to style her, we like your style, and she likes your style as well. So for me, I was like, wow, Shiesty, like some female icon, grime, and she wants me to style her, and she's coming back.
So I was like, you have your moment of like, oh my god, this is really
I was just like, okay, but I've never styled anyone other than my friends, so
but
I was
a
bit,
to know that,
so I was blagging it, like literally, I was like, yeah, that's cool, let's do this. And then I was like to the management, he was like, alright, cool, so how do you want to work this? Do you want to like do you want to have a fit-in? I'm like, yeah, let's do a fit-in. Literally, I was just like, yeah, don't ask me no question, we'll do that. I was thinking in my head, that sounds like what I should be doing. Yeah. So, okay, let's have a fit-in. Right. So I was like, cool, like, set up a fit-in day. And I was thinking, cool, in order to have a fit-in, I'm gonna have to have the clothes. Yeah. So I was like, let me go pick, yeah, that would help. Let me go pull the clothes by the time the fitting date comes, and then let me fit her in it to see if she likes it, and then see how it goes there. Yeah. So literally the whole time I was styling Ashleigh, I'm not gonna lie, like I was blagging it all. I've never styled anyone.
But that's the best way to learn.
I know, literally, that was the breaking point for me, where I was like, yeah, I know I can do this. Yeah. So then we got to the studio, we got to a shoot day. I've never shot in a studio with an artist before. Like, this was my first studio shoot, proper shoot. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, cool, I've never done this before. Yeah, my heart was beating. Like, luckily, luckily for me, Ashleigh's a cool person, so she was cool. Like, I thought she was gonna be like, you know them artists that are like, like, no, she was proper cool. So she'll ask, that calmed me down. She was like, nice, cool, let me know if there's anything that, you know, just talk to me, innit? Yeah. So me and her was proper cool. So we got on set now. Then there's a steamer. I've never used a steamer in my life. Like, really? I was like, okay, it looked all like, you know how steamers, like, I was just like, how do you even use? Like a Hoover. Yeah, a Hoover, and I was just like, okay, but where do I put the clothes? So I'm still on set, blagging it all this time, yeah. I'm just like, yo, and it's creased, so I'm like, I know I need to use the steamer. You definitely. I was just like, I was looking at it, just going calmly, hanging up the clothes, putting it up there, like, I know what I'm doing. Then I looked at the steamer, I saw like a box thing where there was water, so I was like, clearly, you need to put water in the thing. So I put water in it, and then it started steaming up. So I was like, okay, and then it's working, and I saw the steam coming out. I was like, cool. Had the clothes, I started steaming it, and it was working. So I was like, okay, so now I know how to use a steamer on my own, first time. So literally, that whole shoot was one of the most like prominent moments in my styling career, because I've never
put yourself straight into the deep end,
said yes to everything, ran with everything,
that's
and
amazing.
Then that was that one.
That's incredible. And like, I know obviously with every job, you know, comes like a few challenges and stuff. So is there any challenges that you faced yourself as a fashion stylist? Maybe it'd be on set, maybe it'd be with a client, maybe it'd be just with your own creativity.
I'll say like challenges that I've already faced is, okay, starting off, I still didn't understand the logistics again. So I'll reach out to other stylists and be like, oh, I like your style, can I assist you? No one wants to help no one. Let me just say that now. No one was helping anyone on that. These stylists was even airing me like, okay, like, do it yourself, babe. Like, so I was just like, okay, cool. How am I gonna do this? After the Ashleigh shoot, I was like, cool, I learned some stuff, but I still need to understand a few more. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? Like fitting, like, it's just a whole lot of stuff. So I was just like, I don't know. At that moment, I felt like, oh, do you know what? Maybe I should just take a break, or maybe I should go. No. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So I thought, nah, let me go back to the drawing board. I was like, do you know what? Let me just, because at that time, obviously, when I was starting to style, I still owned my brand.
Oh, okay. So it hadn't been resolved.
Yeah, it hasn't. So I was still learning from having a business and owning a fashion brand. So I used to just take what I knew from there to slightly incorporate it into styling. Right, okay. So at that point, I thought, do you know what? When I'm networking for my business and I'm on set, I used to manage models as well. Oh, cool. So when I was on set with my models, obviously there were stylists on set with my models. So from that, I used to watch those stylists without even asking them anything or being like, oh, can I assist you, and just see how they work. So I used to take bits and bobs from there, like, oh, in my suitcase I need pins, I need clips in case it don't fit. Like, do you know what I mean? So I'm like, cool, I saw stylists with that, I saw they need a suitcase, they need this, X, Y, and Z. So I just used to learn from that. So literally no one helped me, I didn't shadow no one. Like, up until this day, is everything self-taught, like just looking and understanding things.
And that's probably made you like be the best that you can be, because you're not necessarily comparing yourself to anyone,
just myself.
Like, oh, this person should do this, should I do this, should I not do this? But actually, you know what's worked for you, you know, and then that's the way that you can continue.
Yeah.
So at what point did you then dissolve your brand? Did it dissolve like a year later? Like at what point did you think, okay, now I need to really close this business?
Well, for me, it was like, New Year was coming, innit? So I was like,
New
New Year, new me, like I can't drag this on to 2018, like I might as well make a decision now.
Yeah.
So literally it was like just before Christmas, I was just like, yeah, like this is it. Because I waited 6 months to see if my mind would change. So I was like, it weren't changing. I was still like, nah, I want out. Like, I want to be free. Like, I literally felt like I got so much more to create that I can't create because me and my business partner are like separate vision. So let me just do it now, less it's long. So literally, just before Christmas, I was just like, yeah, I'm out. And then from there, so I've just taken it to a whole nother level, basically. Yeah.
And when you first started styling, did you use the pieces from your brand to style artists or models or whatever, or did you?
So when I first started styling, that was an easy way for me as well. Because I was like,
I
I got my own
them.
collection. Let me use this. Let me use this where it was suitable, or where I liked it, or where I could put it, or I saw it would work. So yeah, that was easy for me as well. I used the bits and bobs from my brand at the time.
Wicked. And then you said your style is very well for styling clients. It's very like 90s, added with like new school. Does the way you style your clients inspire your own personal style?
Yeah. All the time.
Okay, good.
All the time.
Good. And how would you describe your personal style? Is it exactly how you style your clients, or do you find that you have your own?
I have my own, so I don't want to give them all my goodies. Just keep it to myself. So I'll say the way I style my clients is still 90s because that's when I was born. Like the 90s era is me.
So was I, babe.
Yeah.
90s.
Yeah. So 90s influences my whole like kind of identity. And then growing up in Hackney, East London, like it was very urban street. So that's where I get my urban street style mixed with my 90s, bit of culture. Do you know what I mean? And then my background being Jamaican as well, mix that in, then you have a bit of gold, you have a bit of, green, yellow. So that's where my colours come in. So I just mix my culture, where I'm from, and my style all together. And sometimes I might incorporate that with my clients, but maybe not if I want to do that style next time.
Yeah. And do you have like an item in your closet which is like your favorite piece? Like, like you look at it, you're like, oh, this is like my fave, like, and you hold on to it, and then you're like, oh, should I wear it? Should I not? Is it gonna rain? Is it not gonna rain? Okay, I've got a special occasion. This is my piece. Or do you have a few? You might have a few.
I have a few. Like my wardrobe is very.
I can imagine you're a stylist. You probably have like wardrobes.
Okay, there's one piece that will be my number one.
Okay.
So for me, my motto is, as a stylist, you need to look like a stylist. Like I meet loads of stylists that I wouldn't even think they're stylists, and I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Yeah, cool, you're a stylist. But like I actually live and breathe this. Like, so my thing is, even if you can't bother to dress up, your coat needs to be a statement coat. So all my jackets in my wardrobe are just statement coats. So even if I can't bother, if I want to put a trackie on, I'm going to put a fur jacket on and it's going to be lit. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I have this one fur jacket that is like, do you know about Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and then Hillary.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know Hillary, the character? She had a big fur, like,
what colour was it?
It was like red. But she used to always wear like 90s with the berets and all of that. So again, taking it back to the 90s, that's where I get most of my inspo from. And then there's a jacket that is like big shoulder pads, fur, long. Yeah, that's like one of my favourite pieces that I just, I can, even in that jacket, I actually bag all my clients in.
Really?
They'll be like, where's your jacket from? And I'm like, oh, it's just a vintage, client. They're like, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I'm just a stylist. They're like, can I get your note? I'm like, okay,
tick.
done. So yeah.
Oh, I love it. And okay, so there's lots of celebrities out there. There's probably loads of influences for you, lots of inspiration out there. Who would be like your number one celebrity that you would love to just go into their wardrobe and like pick pieces from, and why?
This might sound a bit cliche, but it is actually like the one person I would like to go into their wardrobe.
Who?
Rihanna.
Yes.
Like, fashion killer.
Yeah.
So I think me and her would just click.
Love it.
We'll vibe.
Rihanna, if you're out there, you know, babes.
Holla at me.
Ashleigh Stunna.
You know,
and
the
your stylist.
So yeah, that's the one person I think I would love to be in their wardrobe.
Wicked. And what trends are you loving right now?
I'm loving like the old school again. You know, The tracksuits. What are they like?
Like silk or...
They're like silk, but then they got like Aztec print, so it's like all this culture stuff. And yeah, I'm loving like the old school tracksuits and the popper pants and the fishnets. Yeah, I'm loving that. And then like the tracksuits with the heels instead of trainers. Do you know what I mean?
Love that.
Yeah, I love that.
Do a bit of that.
I'll say the knee highs as well.
Yeah.
I'll say the platforms. I love all the platforms coming through. So all the like buffalo shoes and
I love
yeah.
buffalo.
Oh my god, you know about buffalo? So all of that stuff.
And what's the best like fashion advice you've ever received from anyone? I know you haven't like shadowed anyone, but is there somebody that you know you can always go to and almost like a mentor that they've said something to you that you're like, okay, that's like the perfect advice I could have ever received?
Okay, so I'll say this actually did come from my mentor. So I do have a mentor, and he did say to me, when obviously transitioning from a business to being behind the scenes to being in front of the scenes now as a stylist, you should brand yourself like very well.
Yeah.
So he said, almost see myself as an influencer and market and brand myself as if on everything I do.
You have an audience.
Yeah, I have an audience.
So
I need to appeal to them. So literally that was the best advice, and I would say that to anyone. If you're starting something and it's you, only you, you got to brand and market yourself to the T.
Yeah, because they say like before anyone buys into what you do, they
It's
have to buy
buying
into
to
yourself.
you. Yeah. So that's what I would say, like literally, and just be you.
So recently you've tapped into the creative direction world. So tell me more about how that came about. So obviously you started as a fashion designer, then went into a fashion stylist, and now you're kind of delving more into the creative industry. So tell me a bit more about how that all came about.
So the creative direction role, obviously always just literally from branding myself. So loads of people see my branding and marketing and they're like, yo, how do you do that? Like, can you brand stuff for me? Can you brand, I've got this clothing line, I need you to brand it, I need you to creative direct it. So literally I just started creative directing other brands other than mine. And then I had a picture that I did, I don't know if you guys have seen it, on my Instagram. It's like a pink background, a model with short hair. And I literally done like a colour block, but it was like different colours on her, but different shapes as well. On her clothing.
Oh, on her clothing, okay.
So that I created, directed, and styled. So I just put it on my Instagram, like, yeah, it's a picture I did. It was for a model's portfolio. So I was just like, yeah, it's cool, whatever. And then a creative agency hit me up and was like, oh, we love your work, like we want to exhibit it. And I was like, what? Like, I'm a stylist, not an artist. Why would you exhibit my work? They was like, no, we love the colours you used, we love the lines, the straight cuts, like how you're so precise with your shots and stuff. Like, do you creative direct? And I was like, yeah, like,
I mean, now I do.
Now I do, like, yeah. So then I had an exhibition last month with Airbnb. And from that, where I put that up, promoted it, like other brands started hitting me up to creative direct. So they're thinking, what? Like, you just exhibited with Airbnb, so you must be sick.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So now I creative direct a lot of stuff.
That's
so
incredible.
Yeah.
And how is Airbnb for you?
Oh my god, they're amazing. It was so nice. I've got a nice relationship with them, and they probably look after me. Like, my work's still hanging up in their headquarters now, and they're like, it can stay there. Do I want it back? I was like, no, you can have it, promote it, let everyone know about me. It's fine. So
that's amazing. So you've done so much like amazing things. You've literally grown yourself so well as well. You know, coming from being a designer, you kind of took a risk, delved yourself straight into the fashion styling world. And now creative directing, I know that there's going to be so much coming in store for you. So tell us, a bit of the scoop, what's coming up, what's next.
So
I mean, feel free to, just lay it out on the table.
I'm not going to give everything away.
Of course, I respect that.
Obviously, just opening up into my creative direction role, I will be working on a lot of projects and campaigns for big brands.
Okay, wicked.
So if you see, well, I'm not going to tell you what brands.
You see,
you see, it will be that you'll know it's me, because I'll make sure my name is on that, because it's a big thing for me. So I'll be doing that for the rest of the year, and I'm just styling so much different artists internationally and here, and just growing on my creativity.
I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. We are out of time. Thank you so much. Guys, it's the amazing Ashleigh Stunna.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.